Hi there, this is Ina. I'm really happy that you found this article. The reason I wrote it is because I have a lot of friends who usually come to me with the same story pretty much, which is, they're really bummed out about something that's happening at work and they're just wondering, should I just explore entrepreneurship? I just want to do something completely different. And I don't know why. I remember being in corporate and whenever something was happening at work that I was not happy with, my mind immediately went to doing the complete opposite. I don't know why my mind always went to I'm just gonna quit and be a teacher, as if teaching was easy. It's not. It's just not. No, don't do it. Unless that's your passion and you're really good at it, in which case, go for it. But yeah, it was definitely not for me, and it's not as easy as you think. So what you really have to do is figure out what is going to be the best thing for you. You're not gonna hear me say, oh, you're miserable at work, then you must quit right now. I'm not going to tell you that, because the truth of the matter is that I can't presume that I know the ins and outs of your reality. Only you know that. So what I usually do for my friends, because really they're going to do what is best for them anyway. They're not just going to follow my advice. What I do is I just cover my bases. I give them 3 pieces of advice, all completely different, and then they'll do whatever is best for them. It works perfectly. I'm a genius because I came up with something that they'll actually do, even though I just gave them what their 3 options are. So I wanted to walk you through them and just help you see which one is best for you. Are you ready? So number 1 is the easiest one, is wait and see. A lot of us get in a rut at work, especially when we're doing the same thing for years and years, or working in the same team, or working in the same company, that it's hard to see what else we could do there. So have you exhausted all the options at that company? Are there any other teams you would rather be working at, even if it's not your area, even if it's not what you've trained for? Everybody starts somewhere. So if you switch jobs in your company, would that make things better? Have you thought about talking to your manager and just leveling with them and saying, hey, this is how I'm feeling about the job, and I don't want to leave. I don't want to find another job. I'd love to see how we can work together to make this a little bit more worthwhile for me. Right? So, there are different ways that you can do to try to pep up your situation at work. If you have run into some non-negotiables, maybe it is time to move on to the other pieces of advice. But if it sounds like you could work it out, you owe it to yourself, to your team, to your company to give it a chance. How does that one feel? All right, so let's move on to number 2. If that one sounds like there is nothing I can do to make my job better, I do not like the people, I do not like being here, I am depressed just getting dressed in the morning, then number 2 might be for you. So number 2 is look for another job. And what I wanted to say is that a lot of people feel very scared about looking for another job. I once knew someone who spent 4 or 5 months looking for jobs without actually applying to anything, because he would say, oh, I'm just studying the market. I'm just studying to see what positions I like. That's not how job hunting works. Jobs are posted and after a week they're taken down. Jobs are posted for a day and they're taken down. Jobs are not there like a menu for you to look at the inventory of the market and then whenever you're ready, come back and tell us if you want it. That's not how it works. So if you're going to be looking for jobs, you have to get serious about it. You have to write your resume, make sure the resume is relevant to the position. And yes, this does mean having a different resume for each different position. All right, the summary should be different. It should be very specific to what you're applying to. Write a cover letter specific to that job. So you have to be serious about it and apply for positions. And there's literally 0 downside to applying for jobs. You get perspective, you get to see what other teams are like, you get to make new connections. I'm still in touch with people at companies where I've interviewed that I didn't get the job, that I did not end up working there, but we like each other well enough that hey, if something comes up in the future, maybe we will work together. So these connections are super important, and you don't know what will happen next. You don't know who you're gonna run into. So going on interviews is more important than looking for jobs, right? Browsing Indeed.com at night does nothing. Book your interviews and get your perspective. How does that one sound? Exciting? Go check it out. Go do it. Now, if all of those sounds like, Ina, I don't want to work in corporate anymore. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of the bureaucracy. I'm sick of having to beg for my money, having to beg for a promotion, having to like put myself at the mercy of somebody else, having to put my career in the hands of someone else. I hate it. I don't want it. I want out. If that sounds more like you, then entrepreneurship may be a viable way. So what I usually tell people is that, and I didn't write it in the article because it wasn't really the point of it. The point is, hey, if it sounds like it's good for you, then that sounds like what you should do. What I don't tell people is that entrepreneurship is very hard, right? Actually, well, I do say this quite a lot. Entrepreneurship is hard. You have to make sure that you follow an idea that you actually love. Don't just tag along with somebody else who has a business just because it's easy. Entrepreneurship is hard enough. And if you start adding, a topic or an industry that you're not passionate about, it's just going to become another job. So take this opportunity to do something special. Now, what I did write in the article is that, guess what? Not a lot of people get this feeling of uneasiness and this push to change something in their life. You are feeling it right now, and that's how entrepreneurs are born. Entrepreneurs are not just happy at work and then they just realize one day, I think I'm going to quit, and then go and do something where I have an 80% chance of failure, where I'm probably not going to make any money for several months, and who knows if I'll ever replace my corporate salary. So it is a very, very risky thing to do. So when people do it, it's because they feel they have no other choice, or an opportunity has opened up that they decided to take. So if this is you right now, if your feelings are telling you, yes, you want to do this, then go for it, right? This is it. This is your moment. I can't really say anything that is going to stop you from doing it, because you are so passionate about it that you don't mind spending nights, weekends, getting up at 4 a.m. to get your dream done. So if this sounds like you, it sounds like you're ripe for entrepreneurship. So something else that is not included in the article is, how do you prepare for this, right? So in many people's lives, it's very hard to just slice your income like that, right? So make sure you have some savings. Give yourself a full year. Do not go in with a mentality, I'm just going to try this out for 3 months and see how it goes. If you're in entrepreneurship and you want to succeed, you can't quit. Period. You never hear about quitters as a success story. So if you want to succeed, you can't quit. Give yourself a full year of devotion, of putting out content, of building an audience, of having a beautiful website, of putting stuff on social media consistently. Consistency is key. Do that for a whole year and then tell me if this was or wasn't for you. But this is not a 1-month trial, not a 2-month trial. That's just going to be an extended unpaid vacation. And that's not what you want. So there's some free advice that is not in this article. So I hope that was useful to you. And at the end, of course, I have a call to action. If entrepreneurship is for you, I'm actually about to give a really good workshop. It is 5 days. We're going to take your idea or ideas, hone them in, figure out which one is the best one for you to pursue. Then we're going to talk about your business model. You have to make money. How are you going to make money? So pick the business model that is best for you. And like I said, entrepreneurship is hard. So you don't want to pick something that you're not going to stick with. I'll help you do that. Number 3, your target audience. That's the 3rd day. We're going to define it really specifically so that on day 4, we can go out and speak to your target audience and get you your first client. We are doing this. And day number 5 is about your website. That's my prime area of expertise, is how to build your beautiful website for cheap. There's so many people paying through the nose for Squarespace, for Wix.com, for Weebly, and they don't realize that they're getting this much functionality when they go. What I teach is WordPress on a hosted server. I pay $0 for WordPress. I only pay for my hosting and registration costs, which, if you get a really good promotional deal, you could get it for a fraction of what people pay for per month. You can get it if you sign up for like a 5-year deal with your hosting plan. You can get it very cheap. And so if you are looking to do this inexpensively, I am going to show you how to do this step by step. So that's basically, what comes out of the challenge. In the challenge, we're going to cover what makes a winning website so that people will want to buy your products. So anyway, 5 days that you don't want to miss that could change your life. All right, I'm going to be live to answer your questions every single day. And if you were not there for the live, you can always watch a replay. And I'm actually going to put all the recap of every single day in a PDF document that you get to take home and revisit whenever you want. So it's just completely risk-free. I don't know why you wouldn't do it if entrepreneurship isn't for you. So just come, super personal attention. I'll be there answering questions. And to sign up, just go to inacoveney.com/hero or just click on the links below at the bottom of this post. I hope that was helpful. Good luck with everything. Good luck with your job. I know you're going to be fine no matter which path you pick. Also, I'm here all the time in my Facebook group and I answer questions personally. Just come and tell us how you're doing. Go to inacoveney.com/Facebook and I hope to see you there. All right. Goodbye, world. I'll see you next time.